Hi everybody, thank you so much for taking time out of your day today to listen about the California Middle-Class Tax Refund. I hope you enjoy this presentation. It's just a little update and knowledge on what this refund is, how it's going to work, when you're going to get it, and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about me. This is me here on the screen. I'm Denitza Rave, owner of Rave Financial Services, LLC. Okay, I have been in the tax credit, student loan, and financial services industry for about 16 years now. My mission is that I strive to give my clients the opportunity to improve their financial future. Okay. So let's go ahead and get on with the presentation. Let me just move myself out of the way. So you may be asking yourself, what is the California Middle-Class Tax Refund? Well, as you see on the screen here, this is actually a one-time payment to Californians to provide monetary relief due to the inflation, due to, the insane price of gas right now. So it's a one-time payment. And just to note, I'm not sure how it's going to affect the federal at this time when it comes to reporting the one-time payment, okay? I do know for a fact it is not taxable on your California tax return, okay? As far as the IRS, I'm not 100% sure on that. We're still waiting. So, qualification. So, do I qualify for the refund? Well, up here on the screen, you will see the qualifications. So, you have to ask yourself, have you been a California resident for at least 6 months of the 2020 tax year and resident once the payments that are going out are issued, okay? You must meet one of California's several adjusted gross income tiers, okay? And that will be found on, if you have your tax return, it'll be found on your California 540, which is just like the federal 1040, but it's for California. You're gonna look at line 17 for 2020. Okay, you must have already filed your 2020 tax return as of October 15th of 2021, and you have not been eligible to be claimed as a dependent in the tax year 2020. So you could not have been a dependent. You would just be like single, married filing jointly, separately, but you could not be a dependent for that year. Okay, so how much do you qualify under the California inflation relief based on income and filing status? So these next few slides, I'm going to go ahead and address that question for you. So say here you're married filing jointly, okay, or a domestic partner. Your California AGI, which is your adjusted gross income that's reported on your 2020 tax return. And then we have your payment with dependent and then your payment without a dependent. So we'll start at the top here. So if you make $150,000 or less, your payment with a dependent will be $1,050. Payment without dependent would be $700. Okay, let's look here. If you make $150,001 to $250,000, you with your dependent, you will receive $750, okay? Payment without a dependent, $500. And if you make between $550,001 to $500,000, then your payment with the dependent will be $600 and payment without dependent will be $400. So you see how your income is reflecting in the amount of payment that you receive. And then if you make $1 over $500,000, you are not qualified at all. Okay, so now let's look over here at head of household, or if you are a qualifying widower, how much payment you can expect to receive. So again, we're looking at our 2020 income, our AGI. So if you made under $150,000, okay, so 150 and under, payment with dependent would be $700. Payment without dependent would be $350. If you made $150,001 over to $250,000, you will have a payment, receive a one-time payment of $500 with a dependent. And it doesn't matter how many dependents you have, it's just with the dependent, and it's not per dependent, it's just in total. And then payment without dependent is $250. Now, if you made $250,001 over to $500,000, your payment with a dependent will be $400. Your payment without a dependent would be $200. And again, $1 over $500,000 a year, you will not be qualified whether you have a dependent or not. Now, if you are single tax filer, or if you're married filing separately, then the numbers are definitely different, okay? So if you made $75,000 or less, your payment with dependent will be $700. Without a dependent, your payment would be $350. If you made $1 over the $75,000 and under $125,000, then your payment with the dependent is $500. Your payment without a dependent is $250. Okay? Now, if you made as a single or married filing separately taxpayer, $1 over $125,000 to $250,000, your payment with the dependent is $400. Your payment without a dependent would be $200. And if you made $1 over $250,000 on up, you would not be qualified for anything. Okay? Now, this here is the website to go ahead and check out the Refund Estimator calculator. And I'm going to go ahead and come over here, and I am going to show you how to fill it out just to check your eligibility. It's all hypothetical that I'm going to be putting in. There's not going to be any personal information. It's just to give you an idea, and it's super duper simple, okay? So we are here. We're at the Franchise Tax Board, so ftb.ca.gov, okay? We're at the Middle-Class Tax Refund Estimator. This will tell you about the refund. This is the actual estimator. So the first question to determine our eligibility is middle class refund eligibility. Did you file a complete 2020 tax return by October 15th, 2021? I'm going to say yes. Dependent status. For your 2020 tax return, were you eligible to be claimed as a dependent by anyone else? Okay. I'm going to click no, because remember, you can't be a dependent and claim this. California resident in 2020. Were you a California resident for 6 months or more in 2020? No. You must also be a California resident on the date that this payment is issued. Okay, and I will select yes. Your filing status. For your 2020 tax return, what was your filing status? I'm just going to go ahead and click on married. Okay, married, filing jointly is what we chose. Now it's going to ask what our California AGI or adjusted gross income was on my 2020 tax return. So I will say $150,000 or less. Dependents. Did you claim any dependents on your return? Yes, I did. See how it doesn't ask you how many dependents? It just says, do you have dependents? So my estimated payment, okay, is $1,050. Okay, so you would just go ahead and go to this here, like I showed you, and then you would just go ahead and answer these questions. So let's do it one more time. Middle class refund. Did you file? Yes. Were you eligible to be claimed as a dependent by anyone else? Let's click no. Or I'm sorry. Yes. And then yes for dependent status. And then it'll tell you that you do not qualify for the payment. Okay, so I just wanted to quickly show you that. Now let's go ahead, come back here. And again, this is the Refund Estimator calculator, okay? So how, when do I get my money? Okay, so approximately 90% of the direct deposits for refund will be completed by the end of October, okay? So here is the hierarchy of who will be getting the refund first. So let's ask ourselves, did you qualify for the Golden State Stimulus? And for short, that's GSS payments. And did you receive it by direct deposit? Okay, and that was for the lower working income earners. Okay, so if you did receive the prior Golden State stimulus by direct deposit, per the Franchise Tax Board, the state of California, your payments will be issued first. So you're going to get the first payments from, it should have been October 7th through October 25th. Okay. And so if you did not receive the GSS or the Golden State Stimulus, but you did receive a state refund via direct deposit, then you're going on to the second round. Okay. So you'll receive the second round of payments through direct deposit, and that should be depositing in everyone's accounts between October 28th of 2022 and November 14th of 2022, okay? If you were or were not a GSS recipient, right here, number 3, and did not receive a state refund via direct deposit, so say you got a check, you will receive a debit card, okay? The debit cards will be mailed in their own time frame, and they are going to be mailed between October 25th through 2022 through January 15th of 2023. So if you didn't get direct deposit, it's going to be a little bit, okay? Just like a normal tax return. So this here is a breakdown from the Franchise Tax Board on the direct deposit dates and the debit card payment dates, okay? So as it shows here, direct deposits typically occur within 3 to 5 days from the issue date, but may vary by financial institution, okay? Not all banks post at the same time. You're going to want to allow up to 2 weeks from the issue date, which is what you see here, to receive your debit card by mail. And again, we expect about 90% of direct deposits to be issued this month, 2022. And we expect about 95% of all of the middle class refund payment, direct deposit and debit cards combined to be issued by the end of the year. Okay? So now, direct deposit versus debit card. So let's go ahead and look over here. Let's look at the direct deposit first. So the direct deposit will happen if you e-filed your 2020 tax return and you received your refund by direct deposit. And again, remember, it had to have been filed by October 15th of 2021, okay? Now let's go over here to the debit card. So the rules with this are a little more extensive according to the Franchise Tax Board, okay? So the rules are, and I'm going to read it off because I have a bullet point because I don't want to miss anything because it's actually very important for you guys to know. So the debit card rules are: 1, you must have filed a paper return. Okay. Had a balance due, received your GSS payment by check, Golden State Stimulus, received your 2020 tax refund by direct deposit, but had a change in bank account number or bank and you weren't able to update it with the Franchise Tax Board because this is kind of like a surprise payment, so it just happened, or you received an advanced payment from your tax preparer or paid your tax prep fees using your refund. So if you did the tax refund where you did it in advance and your tax preparer takes their fees out of that, okay? So for more up-to-date information on that, you can always visit the Franchise Tax Board, which is the state of California's website, at ftb.ca.gov. Okay, and if you have questions or you didn't receive your payment as promised, then definitely you're not going to want to contact your accountant or your tax preparer. You're going to want to contact the Franchise Tax Board directly because they're the ones that are handling this and will give you the information. I have the phone number here, 1-800-542-9332, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, so if you have any questions about anything, if you would like to talk about any of the services that I have, which is credit restoration, I prepare taxes, both individual and business. I offer student loan help, bookkeeping, so basically financial service related, then definitely feel free to get in touch with me. You can call me or you can send us a message for your financial services needs. I have my phone number here, 951-797-4071. You can email us at info@ravefinancialservices.com. You can visit our website, which is ravefinancialservices.com. And you can join, and I highly encourage you to join our Facebook group. It's exclusive, so I do have to approve you to get in. It's free, it's private, and you're going to learn a lot. You're going to get like some tax information, some tax knowledge, financial planning, credit restoration knowledge. So just a plethora of things, okay? And again, it's free and it's right here. So it's credit, taxes, and financial services. That is the Facebook group. And I also have a Facebook page for my business, and it's Rave Financial Services LLC, and it's on Facebook. I just don't have it on here. Well, again, thank you so much for taking the time out to watch my presentation on the California Middle-Class Tax Refund. Again, if you have any questions, concerns, feel free to reach out to us. Definitely more than happy to help you. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, join my Facebook group, like my Facebook business page, and I will talk to everybody soon. Goodbye.